games against the top 2 from gold. So something else to think about on the line here, as well as just points in prize pool and all that other jazz on the line here. So anyways, the bands to begin, it was Wild Soul, Lord Salforus, Hellbringer, and Warbeast, and now Midas. First pick coming out for BMG, so joined by Nier once again here. Mint's taking a while for their first pick. Not sure about,
Glacius.
Okay. Can't say I saw Glacius coming after that.
Does leave open some Magnus Midas combo shenanigans if they want to. I think Behemoth right now, also decent hero. But then, you have to kind of lane the Midas mid. I'm not sure, usually they like to do the offlane Midas because it does pretty well in that lane compared to so many other offlane heroes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do have Baltazar back, worth mentioning as well. Of course, the ringer in the first game, a little bit of a delay there as a result of everything, but they came through with a victory, so that's a good feeling, knowing that now their true 5 is here. So back to their same roles, I'm sure, that we expect from them. But yeah, leaving open like the Behemoth has mentioned, they've been thinking about it at least, amongst clearly other things, so...
Yeah. It's a bit interesting, because Boxy's right-ling Accursed, which is a pretty good hero against Glacius, because you remove basically everything that he does. But then they have to do some Accursed Valkyrie shenanigans. I think that might be what they're discussing. Just guessing here, of course, but they go with the Parasite, always a solid pick. Of course, they pick it into Glacius, and Glacius can definitely just freeze the creep, and then, that's kind of dealt with. They don't have to worry about Parasite. So in that way, I don't like the Parasite pick.
Yeah. A little early, perhaps, but Teltec does play a pretty good one, where he's comfortable with it. And now, again, he's notorious, though, at the same time for being a little different with his builds, and of course has that infamous Assassin Shroud build on Parasite. So that's always the question, too, what we should expect to see on him. But whatever it is, again, it seems like he doesn't like the puzzle box. Sure enough, so see if that's changed or not. Prisoner, going to be a third pick here for Boxy, most likely.
Yeah, it's a pretty good hero. I mean, Glacius Pebbles is probably going to be in the mid lane, and Prisoner can definitely... It's an interesting matchup for sure. Glacius Pebbles versus Prisoner plus support. Lots of kill potential for everyone. And Hellboy's going to respond with a deadlift pick here, so assist in the mid lane, whereas BMG has the Parasite. And potentially Midas rotating over as well. Like last game, he sat there for 3 minutes. That could happen again. They just focus everything on keeping Pebbles down and killing him over and over as well, and then getting the blink onto Prisoner.
Be the game plan there, but deadlift now, and he also has that potential. See, I'm expecting a pretty busy middle lane with the way the picks are looking right now, as both junglers have potential to set up ganks there, and again with the heroes, probably going to be a babysit for either one of them, so yeah, could be a pretty action-packed middle lane here, the way things are looking, which is, again, always fun. Salamon and then Silhouette are the bands to start here. Remember, Silhouette was banned initially last game by Fresh. One of those 2 bands there. This time waits for the second tier to do it.
Yeah. It's a bit funny because Balthazar's not there, and it's him playing it. Now he's here, and then they don't go for it, and now they ban it out again, of course. Don't want to deal with it.
See, Arachna right there, so it seems like pretty heavy on the carry side is the overall tendency here. Behemoth, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was not picked or banned yet. He eventually gets banned here, but it takes a little bit longer than you would expect to be addressed. But Probus wants to make sure that they don't have to deal with that. I guess I don't know though, because how would a BMG ran Behemoth if they went it? So
yeah, I'm not really sure how they would do that. Actually, that would be interesting. So a little bit of a wasted ban there, I think. Hard support B. I don't know.
I mean, I guess hard support Midas we've seen before, but
yeah, that's true. But you want to have the damage to kill in the lane before your support hits level 4, not just when he hits.
Yep, so finishes off with a Lodestone and then a Swift Blade, so a little different there. Yeah, Swift Blade's kind of another hero that really hasn't had a lot of game time as of late, but banned here. Voodoo Jester.
I don't know. If you're trying to stun someone and then deadlift shows up, you know, all those deadlift creeps are gonna eat the cask, unless you have really lucky RNG. I think there are better options left if you wanna go for it. But I guess if you manage to get that acid cocktail off, it has a long range to activate, and then prisoner can hook after it hits for sure. That's a pretty good combo for sure. But I don't like it because it's into a deadlift. The same way I don't like picking parasite into a glaciers.
Yeah.
Of course, the heroes offer more than just against those 2 heroes. You're against 5 heroes after all, but it's still something to think about. That if in some certain or in some circumstances, you will be countered.
Yeah, no, that's very good to note there. But yeah, it's just a matter of is that enough to deter you from wanting to pick it up or not. And clearly for BMG, it's not in a couple of those cases. Grinix, though, for Mint, and this is that different guy Grinix most likely it'll end up being. Again, we've seen it before.
Yep, Sandwave is still up, so that's a little bit interesting. It could be a pick here for Hellboy. Seen Pro Boss play a lot of Sandriff as well, but sometimes they do it with the offlane Grinix.
A lot of right clicks coming out right there, but yeah, Sandwraith would definitely make sense. Malakin, I guess, just because it's Probusk. This isn't really a Malakin team, though.
But they have huge burst on the Legion side. I think Sandriff is pretty strong here, canceling portal keys, and you can go for the kills you want. Especially Grinix scouting out people. It's not too bad. You have Deadlift for pushing, and then you also have Pebbles for initiation and pick off potential.
Yeah.
Of course, the laning is kind of weak because you're against the Midas, but if Deadlift comes up to and helps you there, rotates a lot and just throws out some Qs and some potential harassment, then you can be okay in the lane. And if you get some cool regen, it's not too bad, but it's definitely not a favorable matchup, that's for sure. It goes in Midas' favor. Right-clicking it now, I think it's the best option.
Yeah, gonna use a bit of the extra time and just about near the end, and before they decide, yep, it's best, so do you go it in the end? And Probusk right away readies up on it, so not surprised there. Again, different guy gonna be playing his Grinix now, so as usual with a Parasite especially, the potential for some kind of trial lane could be a possibility.
Yeah. It's a little bit funny that Fusen actually bans the Salaman and Arachna over Sandwave, I think. Yeah. I guess he might be confident against it, or it might have just slipped up there and gotten all the way through. But it's a really powerful hero. It's going to be an interesting one, I predict, for this one.
Yeah.
This game.
Yeah, and then that final ban was a Lodestone, too, so... And I guess they still needed a Suicide at that point, so that makes a little more sense. But, yeah, we do see here, again, Grinix and then into the Sandwraith to finish. So, as far as the landing phase goes, you got Midas running up here with Voodoo Jester. He's just dropping off some... Okay, he's just dropping off some regen there. So, not going to be heading up there.
He has to pull Sandwave as well. A little bit of regen. He has to get something. Midas is actually going to be able to get the Void out here fairly uncontested and might not even be scouted by him. He does cut down the tree there, so Sandwave should know that he's been there. But he's probably not going to be using the pull anyways, and no one's really going to come... I guess Deadlift's going to come rotate, so it's actually pretty good vision there if that's not counted. That's pretty good for Midas in the lane.
Yeah. Having that vision there, so... Going to be able to see a possible gank, or ideally be able to see that death grip coming in, something like that. For the kill chance, so...
Different guy at the same time manages to get his void down here. That's also fortunate for him. He will be able to spot the Parasite coming over. So both offlanes off to a fairly okay start here. If you even before the creep spawn.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see the void being countered right away, and then you're like, okay, I can't approach the lane because if that jungler is here now, then I'm gonna die, and it's not gonna be the case for both of them. And yeah, it's gonna be the dual mid versus dual mid, so that's probably where the accident's gonna happen.
That's what was expected. I mean, again, just looking at the lineups on how they're forming, it seemed like there's going to be a lot of potential for that. So excited to keep the camera on for the most part here and Do my best to actually catch the Bloodlust kill this time. I guess it would happen here, but yeah, especially having Deadlift and Parasite in this game too. Yeah, it just screams action and kill potential here in the middle lane.
That's really good lane position. They could stun the Glaciers here into a hook, maybe hit the tower, but he's not too far up. Gonna go for the safe farm.
Yeah. Not
Looked
far
like
enough.
a small potential there.
Oh, they kind of hook him in. He kind of get hit by the creep wave though, so on the other side of it, and he is actually going to be fine in the end. A lot of regen going to be used though early on here.
Yeah, that's a big thing for the Hellpoint because Prisoner needs 140 mana to use that. I think. Yeah, 140, and he only has 85 now. So now they know that they're safe on the Hellpoint side. At the same time, they know that the Legion side know they're safe until Pebbles hits level 3 because that's where he has spells for double combo. But he used to stun defensively there, so it's probably going to be a passive for another 1.5 minutes or so until either team picks up a bottle.
There's some mana potion being delivered, and we'll use it right away. Needs to be, okay, I was going to say, needs to be careful not to get it taken off, and it just so happens to be taken off right away, so.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's 50 gold, not really the most well spent, but yeah, when bottles come out again, that'll be kind of round 2 there.
Honestly, I can understand why they went for Glacier. He has 0 mana totems on him. Usually when you go dual mid like Fusen does here, you buy 4 just because you need those extra stats. That might be the difference between the Bloodlust kill and you know, you surviving instead. So it's really important to have those extra stats early on, especially on support.
Yeah.
He's gonna contest bottom rune. Oh, Parasite's gonna get it.
Uh-oh. And actually, Glacius might be dead here. He's definitely dead. Yep. A haste rune. That was a perfect rune, really, for Parasite in that case, and no chance for Glacius to get away from there. So Bloodlust kill ends up happening because of that attempted rune control.
Yeah. It's also why last game we saw Fusen, when they played Hail 1, they avoided the bottom rune, and then they know what it is, and then they can go for the top rune. So in that way, you see both runes, and nothing's gonna surprise you. If you go for a rune down there and you don't have vision, that can happen. And well played for BMG.
Yeah, get the better of it, and Foxy now got that bottle delivered, as does Sasuke here, so both middles having the bottle. Glacius returning. Again, still gonna look for kill potential here in the middle lane now as things have kind of reset here. Deadlift nowhere nearby just yet currently. He's actually over here in the lane camp over here. And
Honestly, the other lanes, Sandwave is really struggling. It's expected, but I didn't imagine he would struggle this much. I guess Deadlift haven't been there at all, so...
Wow.
Yeah. 8-1 against 20-3. I didn't expect that, because if Deadlift's just there, just, you know, to harass a little bit, that's, you know, it's pretty good for Sandwave in terms of getting the farm. Of course, he doesn't have the link, which he has now, but I think getting a bit more farm to sacrifice a bit of ping control is probably okay this early on.
Yeah, like part of me gets it, because that's the thing with Deadlift. You really, yes, he's a great at setting up for a kill, but, you know, Sandwraith is not, like, going to be, you know, he doesn't have a follow-up stun for one, and he's not going to be the big. So I think that's where Midas is, even if Deadlift was nearby, he's not really that concerned that he would be in a bad spot. So yeah, part of me also does kind of get how he is doing pretty well at the same time, but it still is. I mean, that's a huge gap, yeah, especially for a hard carry in a 1v1 to be struggling this much is not good for Min. No matter the case. Bottom lane,
Yes.
Grinix. Oh, he gets dusted actually, but they're not going to commit. It's too good.
I think getting one in Q there might have helped for Balthazar if he had that instead of 2 and E. Not sure if it would have been the kill, but I think it would have been closer. But it's still 2.5 seconds to hold him down there. It's a long time for a level 1 ability.
Oh, hook on a Pebbles there. There's the follow-up gas and cocktail. No, it doesn't bounce, actually. Glacius was still out of range. Nice chuck initially by Sasuke. And they're going to turn this on a prisoner. In comes a pour from Sandwraith, and now Voodoo Jester on the run. He is going to be fine, but that was well played by Pebbles right there.
It was.
To survive and get the turn kill. Yeah, beautiful execution.
Bunny Lover even failed him and just froze himself instead of Prisoner. So Prisoner managed to hit him once more with the auto attack, but then he comes out with a perfect stun in tower range. I mean, huge plays from Slaska. That's really amazing. It's yeah, top Pebbles play right there.
Yeah, it's plays like that that can really do well for you know setting momentum early on, and And in this case, kind of keeping the things in check here, because they are down 2,000 gold still after that. It's got the replay up here, but again, it's...
But all of a sudden, you know, Sandwave is getting the levels up here, and now he got that kill actually, and now he's 270, which is not too bad. And I mean, eventually he's gonna finish that mark. He picks up a bottle too, and has money for the boots now. And I know Midas is free farming, but it's not too bad for Sandwave. If, you know, more action can happen like that, and he points in and gets a kill.
Midas, that's a decent damage, but again, the Iron Shield and going to be able to regen right there. Back to the middle lane. Acid Cocktail bouncing around, but a nice combo again from Pebbles. Chucks them both just to line up for the Stalagmites. Gets the kill. Down goes Glacius, but a 2-for-1. Still well in favor of Mint. We're not done just yet, though, as Parasite's going to infest the Hell Cannon and run away, actually. So that will be the end of it. But yeah, the combo again from Pebbles coming out, only losing Glacius from that. Very, very good. Again, it's kind of back-to-back very good plays here in the middle lane for the Hellborn team to get some kills, but then you look at the overall stats, and it still suggests that BMG is actually pretty good here, despite that, so.
I mean, Pavel's having a great time bottom, Midas is having a great time top. It's not like Boxy's not farming mid, even though he has 2 kills. I mean, he's actually out-farming Pebbles by a lot. So, considering all those things, it's not too great for the Hellborn.
Yeah, I guess it just shows you that without these turn plays and these kills happening, they would be really behind here. As the Chuck attempt is going to miss, and now Sasuke, he could be in trouble this time. Although Samurai ports in, but at what cost here? Parasite comes in to clean up on a Pebbles. Prisoner trying to survive the prison break to stay in range. No, Samurai just got out of range, and they do turn on a Prisoner, so very greedy play from Boxy right there, ends up with his death. As they're not done just yet, Grinix now comes in late. That's a Cocktail Stun, I believe, hits him. He will finish off Voodoo Jester. Parasite takes the kill on a Glacius, though, now trying to run away. The Soldier, though, barely any life. He gets taken out quickly, and he goes down, so a double tap for different guy playing the Grinix there. So what seemed like was actually going to be decent for BMG, it actually worked out pretty damn well for Mint in the finish there.
Yeah, Pebbles missing the Chuck there actually. I think maybe one of his first misplays there, and gets punished for it. The Acid Cocktails comes out. And good swing still, like they finished strong there, Mint. Grinix coming in and finishing up a couple heroes, and that's what they need, because their lanes are not going good. So if they can force these fights, that's gonna benefit them. Also worth noting is Fusion's skill build here. He's actually maxing the Mojo and going Q second. Nothing in Maledict.
Oh wow.
It's a bit interesting. It's something that, like, usually when you want to use the cursed ground, I mean, you put yourself in a bad position because the range is not that long. But usually if they're stunned by the Acid Cocktail, it makes up for it, so it's alright. But if you skill Mojo, you don't have to worry about your positioning for the cursed ground at all. And as a result, it's not too bad of a skill, especially not early on. But it's kind of it's that ability that you don't know if it's, like, some even don't want to scale it up and wants to go stats.
Yeah.
But if you get it this early, it might be okay. Oh, I didn't catch that up top.
Oh, that was Parasite coming in with a Skeleton King, it looks like, and just caught him with Midas. So middle lane, not going to be fine there. Oh, never mind. Stalagmites, and now actually Prisoner. Glacial Downpour, but that might have been a little too early. Never mind. They do get the kill. Even Grinix was coming in just in case to secure. It's well played on their part. As this Gravestone is still alive top, by the way. I'm actually a little shocked. Deadlift hasn't resurrected it, but I guess by now it'd be too late anyways.
I think it's the thing that he has half mana, and then, you know, Midas just gonna kill him again. He has full mana, HP.
Yes, yeah.
So maybe he just wants full mana, full bottle, and then to TP back up there.
That is interesting, though, about Voodoo Jester. And Mojo, exactly, you're kind of getting at the end there. It really is one of those abilities you either level up early like this early on, or you just don't get it, because the scaling is not really... But the other thing about it for me is that it seems like it's more of the push. And I know it got buffed a little bit ago that actually even made that potential a little stronger. As bottom lane, by the way, they're going to turn on a Voodoo Jester, and actually now Grinix is like, okay, never mind, as they saw him there the last second, so good reaction on their part. But it does seem a little odd to me, honestly. It doesn't. This isn't a heavy push team or like a big group up, so that's where I'm a little caught off guard by it. But it's something different.
It is. If anything, I would like to see the maxing of the Acid Cocktail anyway. So I think that might be the best ability he has. But I'll respect what he does. We'll see how it works out for him. Meanwhile, up top. Sandwich getting caught. And Midas has not moved from top lane yet. He doesn't have a reason to.
Wow, he gets away, but as you're pointing out, Make's kind of just been having a good time up there. 400 plus gold per minute. Are they going to maybe catch him here? No, he does escape in the end. The hook missed. So he makes.
If he was running forward as BMG expected there, he would have been caught by the hook, but he TP'd right before running all the way. Definitely the right decision by BMG. They need to start setting up some more kills. No bottom.
Yeah, they're trying to kill this Grinix. He's going to get some good damage off before, though. And he actually stays alive for now. In fact, Puppet Master now in trouble. He is... No, he missed right there because of the Rift Stock. He goes down. Grinix stays alive. Glacius may end up falling after all. But a 2-for-1 in favor of the Hellborn side. Sandwraith, though, he's still in a pretty bad spot. Needing to get away right here. Look at this, though. Deadlift resurrecting Glacius right there. Going to bring it back up. Get a couple of abilities. He may die shortly after, so unfortunate there for Bunny Lover. But chase continues, and they do kill Midas. Actually, Grinix, oh my god, barely alive still. As Parasite couldn't finish him off with the Ballista. Yes, he can. He stuck around long enough, and he gets the kill. Deadlift is helping to continue to chase, though, further, and they do end up finishing Prisoner, and now Voodoo Jester is in trouble as he's running to the tower, but a TP coming in from Puppet, it looks like, and that will finally get Mint to scatter away and escape right here. So Mint, nice chase from them. Get several kills out of it.
And that's what they have to do, honestly. They're not winning the lanes, the static farm. It's not going their way, so they have to keep forcing these fights. Pebbles approaching his portal key now, so it's a pretty good timing. And the Grinix pick is also really working out. He made some clutch plays there all over. He's really close to dying like 2-3 times, but didn't.
Yeah, 4-1-3 now all of a sudden, 280 gold per minute, so... man, that GPM chart, though, that's something. Again, I would not have guessed this was the case, honestly, but Samurai does get picked off top lane, so especially after that, though. I mean, they're up 11 and 9 to hero kills, even with that death, so... But you look at the gold per minute chart, and it's just not even comparable. Like, the top 4 farmers in the game all belong to BMG, and it's by a decent gap, too, so... This game is actually really good spot for BMG, looking at that. Now, Puppet Master going down the bottom lane is going to be great for Mint. So there's that at least.
Yeah. It's like, it's looking at those charts, it's like, okay, we are really far ahead, but at the same time, it's 13 minutes into the game, 3.5k when you look at the overall team lead, so it's not too shabby. They just have to keep forcing these fights, and of course win them. Keep finding the pickoffs with Grinix, with Glacius, with Pebbles, and then, you know, Sandwich points in, and eventually they should be doing quite well. Especially if BMG keeps static farming lanes, just sitting top with Midas, you know, forcing fights where they are ahead in heroes trying to fight.
Well, you mentioned Midas has been spending a lot of time up top here. Finally, they make him pay for it. They get the kill, but at what cost for Sandwraith? It's going to be not enough for the kill. Oh, but he's kind of trapped here by the creeps. Parasite goes back in, has a Legion 1 second, but the Shadow Step from Grinix. Perfect timing, and they're going to finish him off as well. The greed is real. Different guy with another double tap there. That was something with that play. Middle lane in the meantime. Glacial Downpour coming down, TP in. There's that Mojo heal a little bit on a Prisoner. It's going to get chucked, though. The Acid Cocktail, however, going to keep them in place. That's a beautiful bounce. And Glacius goes down, but now Pebbles, he's trying to finish off Prisoner. At least he gets the kill. Gravestone Resurrection. Glacius is going to come back up and put the freeze on a Voodoo Jester as Deadlift is coming in, but it's not going to be enough damage. Good reaction on his part, but what a sequence of events right there. Oh, man, that top lane, though, that was something.
That was going to resurrect Pebbles as well.
Oh, yeah.
He has those 2 charges. Yep, that changed. He's been resurrecting a lot of people. That's also the reason why they've been coming out ahead. He did that in the bottom fight as well. And let's just say that Probow's meant to be stuck there to bait the Parasite. I mean,
oh, totally.
Also, it worked out. Worked out beautifully for them.
That good of a player.
Yep.
That's what the best do. So, no, obviously that kind of just worked out very well. But speaking of a good player, especially with a hero, again, different guy here on the Grinix. 6-1-4 now. He really has kept his team in the game, if anything, for Mint right now. And again, Grinix is a hero. I know the scaling of him got hit a while back, a long time ago now, and he kind of died off from that alone. But he still hits pretty hard and has some decent potential here throughout. So. He's got a mighty blade now. purchase there. So wonder what that's going to turn into.
Going for Shrunken, I guess.
Yes.
He's actually top level of the game. I mean, he has also been involved in all those kills. Oh, Midas.
Nice sidestep there by Pebbles, but not enough for the kill on a Midas. So he gets away, so go back to farm it elsewhere.
And eventually Sandwave will get his mark. It's just about how many times is he gonna die before he gets it here. If BMG can manage to kill him a couple times, that could be really good for them. But for now it looks like they're content farming. Again, they have 4 heroes with so much farm. It's not like they're doing bad at all. And the Sandwave ulti is not something that's gonna destroy them, especially not when you have 4 heroes with this much farm. Also, that might be why Wood just is going to W, so he puts that on himself when... Oh, top.
Sandwraith again. Is he in trouble up here? He certainly is. Make. No. Couldn't really get a comfortable combo off there.
Yeah, but as I was saying, it might be so he can put that on himself, so Sandwich can't just pour it in and kill him. And, you know, it kind of mitigates the damage, honestly, especially early on. It's not too bad then against that.
Oh! Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, actually, as the fight continues, though, Parasite is going to be picked off. Puppet Master is not going to do enough damage to Pebbles. He instead wants to run here and survive, which he's trying to do, but actually may end up dying at the end unless Midas can save it. But no, guess who's here? It's Grinix. As even Probust with the Desert's Curse to actually get the kill. And Grinix not done just yet. He goes in, and he takes out Maki right there on that Midas. And now Parasite, he just doesn't have enough to actually kill Grinix in return. So Pebbles, he's kind of bad spot now. Sasuke, don't think he's getting out of this one. He does have a portal key in 2 seconds. Maybe he is. There you go. So actually he does escape. You know, I kind of chuckled there at the beginning a little bit because that all started with he jumped Puppet Master and went to chuck him back to his teammate, but Sandwraith Illusion actually obviously spawned too, and he actually ended up chucking the Illusion instead of Puppet Master, but it all worked out. And Fresh extends their kill lead.
Yeah, they do. But the goal lead is still as it is. I mean, the experience lead is there because of them killing so many heroes. The goal lead is, you know, BMG killing a ton of creeps more than Fresh is killing. And that's, you know, still something they have going for them. They have a lot of GP on their heroes. Parasite mid.
We have
nice
31 hero kills combined now with that kill right there, and we're only 18 minutes. This really is. And, you know, I will say for Fresh especially, honestly, that's a little shocking. Like, this is a team that delays and a lot of the games and whatnot, but they're just go this game.
Yep, they are. It's what they have to do. They can't win the static farming game, and it's well played. I mean, just keep finding kills, keep going for them, and well, top.
Andrew is able to port out though. Well played by him. He go to the bottom down here, and he actually is going to escape from Puppet too. So good reaction on Probust's part. As top lane, they did catch Prisoner in return. So not only escapes, but they get a turn kill out of it. And Samrath has the sword of the high now.
Everything's just going in their favor. Also in Grim BMG, I mean, they need to kind of force a fight now and win that. But then again, against the mark that's coming up now, how are you gonna do that? Need to find some pickoffs. Puppets needs the Shroud. He kind of went the Steam Staff and then has a Mighty Blade. I'm not sure which he bought first, honestly, but I think he needs a Shroud and then try to get a kill onto Sandwave himself or anyone. Like they need to do something. They tried top, but didn't work out for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was just noticing that as well with the Mighty Blade and the Steam Staff there. Kind of curious too as far as what kind of change of heart Balthazar had there. I guess maybe just figured he wanted a little bit of life for now and then finish the Assassin Shroud. But yeah, we'll see what he does choose to go for here. Another 1,200 gold saved up, so going to be something here in the near future. But again, back to the top farmer. It actually belongs to Grinix. 430 gold per minute. He just finished that Shrunken Head himself to go with the Energizer and a little other bit of build up here. And also he's level 16 on top of that. So that Illusory Assault, I mean, the cooldown only 30 seconds. So
Shieldbreaker is looking pretty appealing on him, to be honest.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
with this amount of farm. And now he has a Shrunken Head. I think he's definitely going to go for a damage item. It's just a question which one. I think 98% chance it's probably the Shieldbreaker.
Oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense this game for sure. Sandwraith, where's he going? Top lane. A little bit of port out, so it's a close call there. But yep, Midas does make the escape. Sandwraith though, back to farming a little bit more, but he will have that mock bottom down here. Oh, they saw. Okay, the refs saw Grenix coming in, so he ended up popping dust actually, but Parasite unable to get a turn out of it as Grenix ran away. They're on the bottom now. Speaking of puzzle box, well, more so Teletuck, by the way, on Parasite, he does go puzzle box, which again, he has a player he's kind of seems like he has done it before, but he likes a lot of these other builds. But going up against a deadlift, you can argue that it is a little risky, as actually Prisoner is going to get caught here trying to make a play. You see Parasite takes over the Hell Cannon though to run away. Grenix wants to chase, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Coming in as well. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
It's just not been Boxy's game here since, the mids did not go in their favor, and he's been trying to set up kills here and there, but the response from mid has just been on top.
So back to the Parasite though. Again, puzzle box. Is it risky? Like, should he maybe not have come in here, or is it still just too good to pass up?
I think it's just so good, but at the same time, so you're against the deadlift who's going to take it over if it dies. You're against the glacier who's going to freeze it. So if there's ever a game where you do not want to go for it, this could be one of them. But at the same time, Codex, that's not that great. Could go for the Aura teamfight build instead. That could have been something, because all of them kind of, you're against the Sandwraith too, so Astrolabe and Bulwark and Bissell, all that jazz could be pretty good.
Yeah, well, gonna finish off the puzzle box here at least, and looking at what he goes for next. But 2,700 gold on Puppet Master, so the way he's saving up gold and everything, definitely would believe it is more of that shrunken head now for sure. But
yeah, I think you're right.
Good to have.
I agree, he kind of needs it, but I'm not sure that he have enough damage. Then he's gonna rely on Parasite hitting multiple combos for them to be able to fight properly and come out ahead.
That's something. Sandwraith right there with illusions just actually farmed a bit of the Legion jungle.
Yeah.
Because of the Mock especially, so.
Yep.
Power of that.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Actually, the bottle that Sandwraith did Denver Pro buy that for him in the beginning as well? That's pretty smart. If he just bought him a bottle. He was not doing too hard in the lane. And, I'm a little bit surprised by that, or if they actually just switched them.
Yeah, see, well, that's what I'm wondering, too. If, like...
Oh, Glacius has Pro Boss bottle. Okay, he didn't. Alright.
Okay.
So, it's just Pro Boss doesn't need his anymore, it's just, I guess, or nah. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter whose name is on it, I guess, but now they have it.
Yeah, otherwise he has it here. Oh, they're going to find Sandwraith in the jungle, actually. Midas was just simply scouting right there. They saw him go up here, and he figured might as well try. And boy, is he happy he did. But they don't kill the gravestone. Teams need to remember that.
Don't look back.
Yeah, they're going to turn this, so at least on Prisoner. Midas is able to get out, but now Prisoner, he's being chased down. He's definitely dead. Different guy with the kill right there once again.
Yep, well played. I'm actually not sure if that was right. I think he could have maybe caught Midas, but he was TPing, so that would have been clutch. That was the safer kill to go for. But Midas is the more valuable one at this point. So, nice response, and yeah, you have to kill those gravestones, else that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna try and do that next time. But at the same time, that's something that keeps you there longer and buys time for the enemy team to respond to you. And they were just in the mindset of getting out after the kill, which you always are.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty deep, so there's that argument that they could have been in trouble if they stayed around to kill it, but yeah, I think you've got to kill it. Proboscis is going to die there. Again, they don't kill it. Okay, no, the puzzle box does. I was going to say they're running away again, but never mind. Puzzle box was there to take care of business.
It's the right idea they have. Like, keep killing Sandwraith, honestly. It's pretty good. If that works out a couple more times, they might climb their way to a lead here.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for. As BMG, again, they had a lead early on, and then as time has gone on, Mint's just going to get in some big kills. as they keep their gap here, 23-13 hero kill lead. In fact, they're going to go for more. Prisoner just caught by the stalagmites. And it is going to be enough damage for that kill between Pebbles and Grinix. That is so much damage coming out. And however, Pebbles now, yet again, we've seen a lot of these, just one kill and then another kill happens on the other side. So Pebbles, he's able to survive initially right here. He's going to go for the TP, but that was very hopeful.
Okay, got a tent. Didn't work. I guess on the exchange they are fine with BMG, that is. Pebbles for Prisoner at this point.
Grinix, I don't know if he has enough himself. Oh, yep, Sandwraith, that helps. I was going to say himself, I don't know, but always got to remember how Sandwraith ports in. It's like, that's right. Death Grip, oh my god. That distance, it just keeps going forever and ever, it feels like.
Yep.
And that's even nerfed.
Yeah. Good voice from Bunny Lover to, you know, give them vision of everything down here and actually gets them a couple kills, and now they get a tower on top. Expanding their lead. Kind of what set that up.
Midas getting back top lane as really Make's loved this top lane. He's been up here for so much of this game.
410 GPM. I mean, he's just been farming. I can understand why. I mean, he was just free farming in the lane. Yeah.
I don't know though. Like, yeah, his GPM's impressive, but 3-3-1 in a game that's has what they have 14 kills, and there's 40 kills in total. Like, it feels like he should be more involved.
He should have had a TP and TP2 on at least in the mid lane. You know, where there was a lot of fights there. You have to TP in there, especially when Sandwraith points in like that. I mean, if the fight lasts for longer than 5 seconds, you should TP in for sure. I have to agree with you there. And I'm pretty sure he did not. So 3-3-1 kind of shows it.
I think now Mint actually has their biggest lead, really stat-wise, especially. Edwards are now 27.5 minutes, and of course Conqueror kill on top of that, helping big time. You see Probusk, by the way, he's gonna value the Shrunken Head next instead of say that Resto Stone here, but I think that makes sense over the Resto.
I think it's okay. I mean, his team is sustaining themselves, like, they're doing so well. So him ulting once should be enough, and then just making sure he survives will guarantee in the late game. At the same time, there's no fault in going Resto. Like, basically what I'm saying, there's really no wrong here. I'm not sure what's the best. It's not too shabby. It's pretty good here. Just making sure you survive and you get a couple kills every time.
Sorry, that was it just looked funny. It's actually Sandwraith they see going down here, and no. Grinix sneaking in, though. Now the tower definitely saw him, of course, but he is going to have to fall back with the team. But the Death Grip, it did a U-turn, basically. It looped around and then hit Parasite in the jungle over there. Off to the trees.
It has that clear vision effect to it.
Yep.
So you see, if there's someone hiding, you see them.
That's got to feel crappy if you're Parasite. There's a pull on a Grinix. But, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if the Legion team really wants to be picking this fight right here. You see a TP intent from Prisoner. That's not going to happen, though. Shadow Step to cancel that. Another kill. Well, not for a different guy there. He gets the assist that time around. But, man, him especially. 12, 1, and 10 now. He's got to be on a pretty good streak here himself. And there goes the top tower on top of that. The Shrunken Head finished on Probusk. And they're still going. Prisoner does not have a buyback. And now Midas is not going to have a buyback either. Oh, man, this could be a base push now.
Yeah. I mean, well played from Grinix there. He got hooked, but then he BKB'd before the Midas combo kind of hit him. I guess you could also say it's a little bit sloppy for Micah, but he was really fast on that, and I actually thought he was Midas comboed. If he wasn't, or if he did get comboed, I think he could have died to a Puppet ulti or something like that. But he was too fast on the Shrunken Head, and as a result, they come out ahead here. And now they're looking for the base.
Yeah, again, if you're BMG, I mean, you really can't defend this now. Well, with Prisoner, definitely you can try, but Puppet Master, he's going to be dead off the bat. The golden pebbles there, the Shrunken Heads all over the place. Parasite's going to go down. A champion of Newerth is different guy. The Void Talisman's not going to matter. Fresh is just full throttle now, and all of a sudden, this lead is just enormous for Mint, and that's to the point, apparently, of a concede worthy, and I don't blame them. Wow, I mean, it just really snowed. I mean, that was the first tower was up at the beginning of that push, and it just went all the way through the base to a victory there by Fresh. Yeah. That was something.
Yep. That's a good game from. I also mentioned like it's also a bit of on the draft, honestly. Of course, they're winning the lanes, but